as a disclaimer, I guess a warning before watching this video, I kind of talk about my iPhone 6 a lot just because I forget that I already talked about it. Also, I was sick for portions of this video, and so I also kind of talk a lot about how I had difficulty filming and that I'm sorry I'm sick. So if that bothers you, then feel free to put me on mute because I give visual instructions as well. So I'm really sorry if that bothers you during this video, but please enjoy this really adorable tutorial. Hey everybody, so today I have a charm tutorial for you guys. So this is Eeyore. If you can't tell, I think he's so adorable. This design is based off of Tutorials by A's animal design, but I did add a whole bunch of stuff like the bow and like the ears and also the mane. I think it looks a lot like Eeyore. This is part of another collaboration because I'm doing quite a few at the moment. With Loom by Angel, blueskytutorials, kllooms, Megan_Rainbow Loom, and AsianGirl_bracelets. I'll link them down in the description box below. You can follow them on Instagram or YouTube. So I'll link both if I can, or just maybe their YouTube. They will all be having videos on Winnie the Pooh characters. They should be up at the time of this being up. They should all be up. And I'm doing Eeyore. There will also be Winnie the Pooh, Piglet. I think I'm going to try to do Heffalump. I also have a Christopher Robin, so comment down below if you want tutorials on those two. And there will be a few other characters like Tigger and I think Roo or Kanga. So look out for those. They should be up at the same time. And I just think this is so adorable. There are a few steps to it. And once again, this is not my, this is my original design, but it's based off of Tutorials by A's design. And also, there's a pen on my hand, so just ignore that. But now, without further ado, let's get started. So I'm going to start by showing you how to do the tail. For this, we're going to be going down 1, 2, 4 times and then adding a cap band. So I'm using purple. Just going to start with my arrows pointing away from me. And I'm going to just fix my tripod. But yeah, I'm just going to take one band, going upwards, put it on there, and then I'm going to twist it and put it back on. Basically do whatever you need to do to get a double wrapped band, and also you can just wrap a band around your hook and kind of spread it on. Whichever way is easiest for you. There are basically 3 methods, just doing it on your loom, doing it on your hook, and then also like twisting it in your fingers. The most important thing is that you go down 4 times. You can also make your tail longer or shorter, but I think 4 was a good size. So that's just what I did. And now I'm going to be taking 2 black bands. And I'm going to do one at a time. Make a cap band, just wrap it around once. Make a cap band, just wrap it around once. So there's 2 layers of double wrapped bands. Now turn your loom around. Go inside the cap bands. In this case there's 2. And yeah, the focus will definitely be a lot better and more consistent in my next video. Go inside there, just grab the purple band. If you have a plastic hook, I'd say make this on your hook. Yeah. Just hook them upwards. It might cause some stress on your hook. Like that. And now, just take it off the loom. Like that. And there's your tail. We're going to add the bow later on, so don't worry about it right now. So you can just grab it off the loom and put it at the bottom because you won't be needing these bottom few pins. Next, I'm going to show you how to make the ears. Again, you can make these on your hook, but I'm going to make them on my loom. And this is basically the same as the tail. Yeah, it's the same basically. But it's going to be a little bit different with the band. So they're going to be wrapped around differently and that kind of thing. Yeah, so we're going to start with one band. I'm just going to turn my loom around. So just take one purple band and wrap around these pins twice. Now we're going to do the same thing again. And I apologize, I am a bit tired and I have a lot going on. So if I don't make sense, I'm sorry. Now we're going to want to take two bands at a time and wrap both of them around this pin. You can do one at a time, I just think it looks better all together. This is because his ear kind of is like a thin triangle. It gets thicker and then thinner. So one last band, just wrap it around twice. So one double wrapped, one double wrapped, two double wrapped, one double wrapped. Now you're going to take one band, one purple band, wrap around this pin, and then take one pastel pink band and wrap around this pin as well. Turn your loom around and do the hooking process. And for this next pin, just try to grab all the bands. I missed one, so I have to kind of go back in there to grab it. You can grab two bands at a time. That will definitely make it a lot easier. Now just pull it off the loom very carefully because there is a lot of tension. And that was not careful, but just adjust it like that. And now put it on one of these pins. You're going to have to wait one more year to save time. I'm not going to show you how to do it, so just rewind the previous instructions and watch it again. And I will be back once I have both of my ears, and the second one you can place on this pin right there. Okay guys, so sorry if this, if I sound at all different, but I'm back. I actually filmed the first part of the video about a week ago, and in between now and last week, I have gotten a bad cold, so if I sound sick, that's why, because I am sick. But anyways, I finished this. So you should have two ears and your tail. And that's basically all the preparation we need. So now let's just go ahead and get started with our adorable little Eeyore's body. So you're gonna want to start at the top of your loom, arrows pointing down. Grab one purple band, and we're going to be using all purple until I say otherwise. So just one single band, go down, and now we're going to switch to two bands at a time. So take two bands and just go outwards from that pin where you place a single band, and just grab some bands. And now just go do the same on the other side. Go down on all three pins. I just happened to start with the middle. Now we're going to do a second row of that hair. Go down. Now we're going to want to switch to our light tan or light pink color right there. Just go down once. On the middle, go down twice. And same thing, double bands, but just in this color. And this, the right pin bar will only have one row. Okay. So sorry about the weird exposure, but looks like that. Simply close the figure off, or the figure's head. Next, we are going to need to make some extensions right here. If you can see that. Yeah. For this, we're going to use our hook. Take one band, wrap it around your hook 3 times. Grab 2 bands and pull the triple wrapped band onto those 2 bands. Now all we have to do is just place it right there. This will give the appearance of puffy cheeks. And now we're going to do the same thing, but I'm going to show you how to do this on your loom. So you're going to just take 2 bands, put on 2 pins that are not connected to the face. And then make a cat band, so wrap it around the bottom pin 3 times. Simply go inside the cat band, hook those 2 bands. And then I like to release the cat band. Then just pull it like that. And put it on the other side. Basically, it should just be spread between the 2 pins right there. Sorry if that was off camera. By the way, I can't really see that well. So, now we have to just add our cat bands, that way we don't forget. So we're going to want to do our nostrils, which you can't really see that well, but I think they do add something. So they go right here. Push your bands down. For the eyes, I use beads, so I'll show you how to do that. All you have to do is take a purple band, thread it through, just a tiny bit, put the other bead right next to it, and push the purple band through that as well. And then put it right here. And then just grab the top band like that. But I'm also going to show you how to do it with wrapped bands. 2 black bands. Wrap it around this pin twice. Grab the 2 bands, twist it, and put it back on the pin. The other way is just to wrap it around this pin. 1, 2, 3, 4. And once again, I'm really sorry about me sounding sick, but I did want to get this tutorial up fast. Now, just put the triangle band over these 3 pins. So please ignore that there is like other bands placed on my loom. I just realized that there was some footage that I lost, so I am just redoing that part right now, and I've already done like all the band placements. So after you have hooked the eyes over, basically you're going to do the same on the nostrils. I'm not sure if I showed this, so if I did not, then it's just you're going to repeat the same on these 2 pins. But basically for the nostrils, we're going to be using this skin color. On these 2 pins, you're going to want to wrap a band around 4 times. Or 3 times. I'm going to do 3. For the eyes, it will be 4 times. And again on the other side. Push your bands down, and you're going to grab a cat band of that same color and just put it around these 3 pins. So it should be a triangle. And then while we're at it, on the pin above, there should be a triangle as well. So now you're going to want to just grab those 3 or 4 bands and loop them over. So you're just going to stay on the outside and just grab this cat band that you see right there. Just grab it and pull it over so it should cinch the triangle band in the center. It's okay if you don't grab them at the same time, just loop it over. And remember, you're going to do the same exact thing for the eyes if I did not show that already. After that, this part wasn't shown, it's the neck. It's just 2 purple bands placed from here to here. I'm really sorry for any bad video or anything like that. I do address that in the next clip, but yeah, I just lost that. So hopefully now you can continue making this. Okay, so once we've done the neck, then still using 2 bands at a time, we are going to go outwards for the shoulders, again using purple. So go diagonally downwards on the left as well as on the right. It's basically the same start as the head, but with a double banded neck. And okay, so now we're going to do 1 row down on only the left pin bar and the right pin bar. Because the rest of the middle will be pink. So just take 2 bands and go down in the middle, but I'm using pastel pink for this part. Just because that's the color of Eeyore's stomach, but of course you can do all purple. I just think it looks just like more like him this way. And now I'm going to do a row of all pink. You can also choose to do just like a stripe down the center. And now we are going to just finish the body off with purple bands. So just do a final row. And sorry if that was off camera, I apologize. And now we're just going to do his legs. For this, I wanted to give it a cooler look by doing both pastel pink and purple, and sorry if you hear that, that was just me opening my storage case. So just take one pink band and one purple band and go down on the left and right side only. Because we're doing his feet, you of course don't want 3 feet. You only want 2. So just do that on the left and right. So now we're going to do 2 cat bands, and we're just going to be using purple. You can also use pink. I just chose to do purple. So wrap it around this pin right here 3 times. You can do 4, but I don't think that's necessary. And if your bands are not stretchy at all, then 2 should be enough. Just make sure it's sufficiently tight. And I'm just going to push the band down. Now we can do the arms. You can do these on your loom or on your hook because it's easier and we have room. We're just going to do it on our loom, but it's preference. So again, 1 pink and 1 purple at a time. Just go up right here, which is at the top of the shoulders. And again, we do cat bands, wrapping a purple band around each of these pins 3 times. And I know I've said this a lot in this video, but if it just seems different, I'm sorry, because it just has been like made over like 2 weeks. So that's why it may not be as like continuous, I guess. And my videos will definitely improve in the future. So ignore the weird lighting. Now we are going to just add some triangle bands and then finally add the tail and then do the hooking process. So I'm going to be using like 1 pink band and then 2 purple bands. So start right here and place a band around these 3 pins. I'm using pink. And then I'm going to take 2 more bands, but these are just 1 at a time, and place it here. And then here we're going to place it on this pin, but then we're going to go around that middle pin and curve it. So basically it's a triangle band, and then you just grab this and put it right there. And if you've made tutorials by A's figurines, then this will be very familiar to you. So yeah, it should be familiar. Now we are just going to add the tail. So go inside this pin where the tail is, and you'll want to just put it right there on that pin. The cat band should not interfere with anything, but you can kind of like rearrange things if you want. And now this is just an overview of what your loom should look like. And I am going to add 1 cat band right now, by the way, over here. Just at the bottom of the head, because I didn't add one before. So now this is what your loom should look like. It's the same. So finally we can start the hooking process. I know that took a while, but we just have to follow a lot of steps, and we're still not done. So we're going to start by doing the arms and the legs, but we're going to do the arms first. So you're going to want to go into this cat band and kind of circle around and get these 2 bands and just pull them up. And I think that might be a different shade of pink. And now you're going to just hook it downwards. Like that. So again, go inside the triple wrapped cat band and circle around, grabbing these 2 bands, and just looping downwards. This is harder than the legs, but once you get the hang of it, it should be no problem. Scoot all the way down and go inside this cap band and just normally hook upwards for the 2 legs. Like that. And now we're basically ready to do the body. So I'm going to start with the middle because it's harder. So go inside the tail, and there should be 2 bands that you're grabbing. So just pick those up and loop them. And now you don't have to worry about your tail coming off because it is secured. And then just go inside this 1 triangle band and pick up those purple bands and loop that forwards, and do the same on the other side. Now it's just going to be like a simple triple single bracelet. Just make sure you're going inside the triangle bands on the outer pin bars and always grabbing double bands and hooking upwards. This is very easy, so I'm not going to go too slowly, but feel free to pause the video whenever you need to. Now we are going to just close this figure or this body off. And to do that, we're just going to go inside all these bands. There's quite a lot. There's like 8. And grab the bottom 2 bands and hook inwards. And on the other side, you're going to do the same. Finally, go inside all these bands and just pick up the bottom 2 bands and hook that upwards for the neck. Now just you're going to want to remove everything from your loom except for this pin right there, and of course this, don't touch that because we haven't even hooked that yet. So I'm not going to fast forward just because I don't really like doing that. I think it's not really that slow, so I just like to pick off the hands and feet first and then use my hook to do the rest. And I really like bobbleheads because you can take it off partway through the hooking process and see how adorable your little figure is already. So now we're going to hook only part of this, so you do not want to rush through this, I guess you would say. So we're only going to hook like these 3. So go inside the cap bands and grab the top 2 bands beside the cap band. That should go to your right. Go back in, and then this will go to your left. And then lastly, go back in and get the top bands, which go to the, they go forward. Now, you're going to want to push this pin down all the way as far as you can, because now you're going to pick up your figurine from the neck and just place it on this pin. Hold that down with your finger and really quick, just push it down. Now, unfortunately, we can't go ahead and hook that because we need to do the next part, which is adding the mane. For this, I used, I don't even know how many bands I used, but I used quite a bit. I used maybe like 15, or I think I used like 7 to 10 bands. So grab your black bands and get ready. This part is kind of difficult. So if you have made TBA's unicorn, then this will not be as hard, but otherwise just hang in there. It's not too difficult once you get the hang of it. And for this, we're going to be using doubled bands, like basically cap bands, just because his mane is shorter. So you're going to start with a few bands, and I'm using black just because that's the color of his mane. And you probably want to use the color that you used for the tail. So you're going to wrap a band around your hook 1 time. So you have a cap band, and you're just going to repeat this like 3 or 4 times. So just wrap another band around. Try to focus this better. There. I don't really count. I just do whatever I think is a good amount. I think this is probably good because we're going to be doing this on 3 bands. So you want to do like a third of the total length. So now you're just going to kind of, well, that one fell off, so let's do that again. You're just going to want to like push it down with your thumb and then go inside all these bands and grab this, these 2 bands. So it's kind of an awkward position, but just grab those bands, and now you're going to want to just slide the black bands on. And place it down. This will secure the body. I think that one was a few short, so I'm just going to add 2 more on. And you don't want to grab 2 at a time and wrap them both around together because you want it to be fluffy. So I'm just going to grab that band again and slide all of them on. And now I'm going to replace it. Next, you're just going to go inside these bands, and you want to make sure you don't grab this band with the wrap band. You want to grab the very bottom band, so just keep trying. It's on the outer pin, so it is easier to see. Like you can actually see where your hook is, so that definitely makes it easier. And I'm just going to go ahead and hook up the sides all the way up to get that out of the way. It's just like the body. Now, going to repeat the mane, so I think I'm going to take 5 bands. I like to do like 15. If you're low on black bands, this you can do less, but I like to have a really dense, fluffy mane. I just think it looks really cute. And, like, makes him have a more defined character, if that makes any sense. So just slide all the black bands onto this purple as you're looping it. And place it down. I'm going to repeat that one last time. Just doing 4 bands instead of 5. I think. I don't really count. So we just repeat the process. And this will definitely get easier. Now we're going to close it off. Just loop these 2 bands. Make sure you go inside the ears on those pins. Now lastly, just grab this single band all the way at the bottom. And make a slip knot. So go on the outside of the pin and grab the bottom band and just slip it over the top and then just pull this other band. Now your loom should look like this. It looks really weird. Now finally we can just pull everything off the loom. And it was definitely worth the hard work. So as soon as I pull it off the loom, it looks really messed up, not adorable at all. It just looks like crazy. So what you're going to want to do to fix this is go to the back with your hook and kind of tunnel it through all those black bands. You don't necessarily have to get through all of them, but get through as many as possible and then just yank it out. I actually managed to get through all of them, and so you should see something that looks like that. It's kind of like 4 lines. And now you can just slip your hook out. On this side, you want to accentuate the eyes just by popping them forward, and then grab the cheeks and pull them out. You'll also want to grab your arms and legs and just pull them out and then stretch it both ways. Then you can kind of tug the tail to the back, although I think it looks cute hanging down. The last thing that we want to do is just add this little bow to the tail. So what you're going to do for that is you're going to only need 2 pink bands. So yeah, just 2 pink bands. And I recommend using like normal pink, not pastel pink or anything like that. So if you've seen my mini macaron video, then this is the same bow. Basically, you'll just want to put a band here. And then wrap a band around these 2 pins. Or 3. I just wrap around those 2 pins and stretch it up. And now grab this band and fold it over. Then make a slip knot. For a more in-depth explanation, you can see my other video. Then I basically just like to shorten it to these 2 pins, so that way you can pull it tighter. Once it's really tight, then just grab it from the middle and pull it off. That way it's like symmetrical. Now you'll want to wrap it around the tail. I do like 2 or 3 times. And just make sure the bow is facing the front or the back, whichever you like. Yeah, I'm just going to center it. I'm going to play around with this more later, but for now, this is my finished Eeyore. I think they look so cute, and if you've gotten this far and made them successfully, please post on my Instagram to the hashtag iCraftsStuff. That's 2 S's in the middle. And find me on Instagram, by the way, it's _iCrafts_, and also I have a Facebook and a Pinterest. I don't really use them because I don't have any followers or anything, or likes. But I think he's so cute. Make sure to check out the links in the description box so you can see the collaborations, the other collab videos from my fellow loomers, and they're really nice. You should go subscribe to them and find them on Instagram. Again, I'll link them down below. I have so many great videos coming up, so I hope you enjoy those in the future. And give this video a big thumbs up, and please subscribe so you know just when my other awesome videos are coming. I'm really excited for them. They're super cool. I just love them so much. And I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry if it was long and that it wasn't my finest, but I did have a lot of issues. So thank you so much for watching. I love all of you guys so much. I'm really thankful for all your support, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!